Hey, what's up guys, Cat4S here, and today I'm going to be bringing another video based on the game Total War Attila. Now in this video I will be commentating on a siege battle that I had just recently done a couple of days ago. Great siege battle. You can't tell who wins until about the last couple minutes of the game, and it's very interesting, lots of action, lots of strategy, and it's just a fun battle all around. But before we start this video, I just wanted to say, yes, I did get the idea from Pixelated Apollo. So if you guys want to call me like a copycat or whatever, that's cool. I mean, he's a great YouTuber, and what he does just looks like a really fun thing to do, and a really interesting thing to do. So I figured I would give it a try and see how I liked it. But yeah, if you guys do end up liking this video, please leave a comment down below, letting me know that you did like it. Or just hit that like button down below. And if you didn't like it, please leave a comment down below letting me know why you didn't like it and what I can do to better my videos, what you think I could do other than, you know, quit YouTube or kill myself. But either way, guys, please sit back, relax, put your glasses on, and enjoy the video. Alright, so let's start with the army comps. Over here we got the... I don't know how to pronounce this correctly. I think it's Geats, but I'm not sure. Geats, not sure. But either way, we got the, let's just call them the Axe faction for now, because as you can see, they're bringing a lot of axes. So here we got the Axe faction with, looks like a lot of light axe infantry and medium axe infantry. So Nordic axe, Nordic Axe Warriors, Nordic Axe Warband, a lot of Nordic Axe Warbands and Raiders and Warriors. Looks like they got a lot of heavy melee, light melee infantry, medium. Looks like they got a lot of melee infantry too. It doesn't look like they're bringing in too many heavy units. Looks like they're more of just a light infantry force, a skirmishing force, which... that should be pretty interesting to see. Looks like they got a couple hurlers, but other than that, they don't really have any ranged units. They got a catapult. Alright, let's go look at the... I think these are the Picts, but I'm not... yeah, these are the Picts. So let's see what they brought. Looks like they just got a couple of medium spear infantry, some bow infantry, axes, a lot of heavy melee infantry. That should be interesting to take out. Oh, looks like he's actually bringing some heavy skirmisher cav. I'm surprised. You don't normally see too much cav inside of a siege battle. He's got some medium melee infantry over here. I'm not too sure why he has them over here. They can't really do too much. Cool. And then we got my ally over here, playing as the Franks. Looks like he's just going to be camping. Warning guys, my ally here is just going to mainly be camping inside of the middle of the city most of the game, so you won't see too much action from him. Looks like he's bringing a lot of pikes, axemen, a couple swords, and some bowmen. And last but not least, we got me with... being the Suebians. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm bringing a lot of pikes also, a lot of bowmen, and a lot of swordsmen also. But I'm not bringing too many axemen. I'm only bringing one unit of very heavy axe infantry, just because I didn't feel like I really needed this battle. And I am bringing an onager, large onager, because they are really overpowered within siege battles, and I feel like, and it wasn't against the rules. There were no rules inside of this battle, so I figured that I had every right to bring them. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all of the army. We got the two generals up here also, but let's get started. So whenever we start this battle, you can kind of tell already that it's going to be a while. They're going to spend a little bit of time using their catapults to kind of try to skirmish us down a little bit. We're using our catapults over here just to attack what we can. We can't really attack anything back here, but we can attack their spears, so I'm trying to use this catapult over here to weaken their spears a little bit before they can get up to the walls. Over here we got the Geats, or the Axe army, already moving up, being very aggressive, which is kind of cool. I can appreciate that within a player. People who just sit back, doesn't really make the battle too much of a fun one. But if they started instantly, it makes it really interesting, good for commentary. But yeah, it looks like they're already pushing up with a lot of their force. Their catapult is being slowly taken out by ours. Looks like my ally has decided to use his catapult to try to weaken his axemen or take out his battering ram. Gosh, I can't even think of any names today, didn't I? Yep, looks like their catapults are almost taken out. Sweet. Looks like his ally over here is just sitting back. If I remember correctly, guys, there's not going to be too much action over here for a little while. He's not really going to be doing too much. Just going to be trying to get rid of our towers and stuff, so when he does send in his forces, they don't get extremely weak from the towers. Now, as you can see over here, he's still slowly pushing up, being a little skirmished a little bit by our towers. Doesn't look like our towers have done too much damage yet because of the fact that he's inside of the tower, inside of those, what are they called? Siege towers? Right? Heavy siege tower, yep. Looks like we have taken out his catapults, so we don't have to be bothered by them anymore. That's good. Now, as you can see up here, guys, it isn't really too much in favor of us as of right now. Just because of the fact that we are the defenders, we don't get as much funds, and our army, they bring in a little bit of stronger forces. We did kind of call this the Battle of the Vikings because someone did kind of try to convince everyone in this game to be the Vikings, I believe. But I believe only I don't think the Franks are Vikings at all. I think they're just part of the Germanic barbarian tribes. Picts, I do think are Vikings. Geats, I have no idea who they are. And then Suebians, I think they were Eastern tribes, but I don't remember. I'll have to do some more research based on the factions. But yeah, looks like he's still just skirmishing down. But it looks like our Mr. Axe army has finally reached the walls. Looks like he's just going to go ahead and try to take out these catapults, which is always a good idea. That way, if they do have any ammo left, they won't be able to take out any units while they move up to reinforce the ones already on the walls. Yep. Look at these guys' uniforms. I don't know what it is about like the barbaric tribes in this game, but I really do like their uniforms. They look really cool. Their hairdos. Where is he? There's the guy with the ponytail. His hairdo is kind of funny. It's an amazing hairdo. Looks like he's going to try to take out these towers. That way we can't use them to skirmish his army down. Yep, looks like he's bringing his swordsmen over here to take out our catapults, our onagers. Now, I don't believe I will be firing the onager until a little bit later whenever he starts to grip his army, which is what you should do, usually. That way you can kind of guarantee a couple more kills within the game, try to help you out. But yeah, it's not a very good thing. I mean, he's pushing up, being very aggressive, which I can respect a lot, but his teammates just kind of sitting back and trying to kind of take out our towers and such, which he's just kind of leaving his teammate behind in the dust. So we're gonna have a little bit of an easier time defending if his teammate decides, if Mr. Axe army decides to go ahead and attack without his teammate. It doesn't, as you can see, we didn't really decide to defend this point because I could have just easily pushed up these pikes right here while they were moving up and stopped them there. We have some pikes there, and that's about it over on this side. But on this side, I mean, I guess we should have kind of set it up over here a little bit more since he's being a lot more aggressive. But on this side, we have it an extremely interesting defense put up to fight against this faction, which looks like he's finally deciding to push up to help out his ally, which is always a good thing. Looks like our towers, before they took out all our towers, it looks like our towers were able to take out at least 2 units, which is pretty amazing. Take out a half a unit on this. Woo! That's pretty good. Now I wouldn't be surprised. Now it looks like he is gonna. It looks like I did decide to start using the onagers. Is it onagers or onagers? I've never been too sure, but it looks like I have decided, because he has a large grouping of units right here, to try to use these onagers to. Looks like I have decided to use the onagers to try to get some kills on this large grouping of units. See if we can get a hit. Ooh. Ooh, those explosive shots are way too overpowered. Looks like my ally is using his archers to try to skirmish down our enemy's army while he charges into my spearmen. Ooh, look at those giant axes just trying to go into those spearmen. Oh, right there, right there. Oh gosh. Looks like these axes are having a pretty easy time taking out my spearmen, and they've already broken. Oh gosh. I should probably turn around these pikes and face against the enemy. Which I'm actually surprised he's not deciding to charge over here. He could have easily taken out like all these archers and such and had a lot easier time in the long run, but it looks like he's charging over this way. Looks like I decided to bring in some melee infantry to try to kind of stop all these axemen from moving over to this area. Ooh, those shots from the onager. Dang, I feel bad for these axemen. They're taking a lot of fire. Yeah, and again, looks like my ally's just gonna keep sitting here for a little while. Hold the town center. Oh, look at all these men charging into the pikes and just getting demolished. Oh, that's gotta hurt. But it looks like my pikes here are getting demolished, starting to get demolished now because of all those axe throwers. Dang. Ow. Dang, already we just started the battle and just look at all the bodies. Dang. Alright, looks like he's bringing up his slingers to try to skirmish our pikemen over here a little bit, which is always a good idea. Pikes are a pain in the butt. Now I will admit that the strategy that I used, or that me and my teammate used with the pikes and the archers, is a little bit of a cheap strategy, and one not so easily overcome unless you have certain units, such as a lot of skirmishers and such. But I mean, I guess I just had to use it. I mean, it was a fun time either way. It didn't seem like anyone else had a bad time playing this game. It looks like I am trying to use my onagers. to hit this large group of units. Looks like they're missing a lot of hits though. Let's see. Oh, please get a good hit. Please get a good hit. Oh, that wasn't as good though. Oh, there we go. Oh gosh, that's why you don't group up your units so much. Oh, looks like we got another shot coming in. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Looks like my ally is continuing to use his archers to shoot flaming arrows in to the enemy slingers. I think, if I remember correctly, I started using my archers, but I don't remember. Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, let's see. Nope. That was a miss. Where's their hidden units? Oh, they weren't hidden. Oh, alright, good move. Good move by the Picts. Just putting your archers up on the walls. Looks like I'm just gonna decide to take the wuss move and sit back with my army. Looks like I did move back my forces that I had over here though, back over here, which was probably a good idea considering I was losing land. Oh, let's see, can we get a good hit? Oh gosh. Those onagers are just so devastating. Looks like I did decide to charge in my axes. My teammate is supporting me with his pikes. It looks like this army is having a really tough time over here though. This is a oh, it looks like I'm gonna have my archers right here. Try to shoot into the backs. Now, while I was doing that, for some reason, my enemy never, I don't think he like noticed it, or maybe he just didn't care, but he could have sent a unit to take out these archers, but I guess he just never really decided to, which I was just really confused about that. Looks like I'm continuing to fire with my onagers. Alright, looks like his ally is finally pushing up into the city, try to fight against us. He's still, we may have taken out most of his allies' army over here, but it looks like he's still got a very fresh and powerful army over here that we're going to have to worry about, which is not going to be too good. Now, I don't know why I was thinking to put traps right here, right behind where my pikes were. I guess I just didn't realize that maybe these traps can kill my own troops or something like that. But, oh well. Looks like we got a unit of pikes over here holding off the line. Man, this unit is getting demolished by those pikes and the mix of pikes and arrows. Oh, uh-oh, where? Oh, yeah, I think that was my archers. Yeah, but both of these units of archers were already almost out of ammo. That's why I decided just to kind of keep them here. They were not really too much more of a use to me, other than meat shields. Looks like his allies' army, Mr. Axe army, is almost just totally demolished. Pretty much the last great fight he's putting up is right here against my pikes. Sorry if you guys can hear some banging in the background. Got some work being done. So it looks like one of the enemies has decided to, looks like the Picts have decided to push up their archers and kind of skirmish down my pikemen over here so that they're not too much of a trouble. I am going to try to push up my pikemen, but they're almost already all the way broken, so they're not really going to do too much. So yeah, it looks like his archers are focusing down my allies' pike infantry, which is always a good idea for that type of a choke point. Looks like he's starting to try to separate his army to all the different choke points, which is a good idea. That way he splits up our army. Make sure that we don't end up flanking him with any of our units. Looks like we won this battle with the pikes, and my teammate is surrounding the last unit of the enemy, actually his general, which has just died. Aw, poor guy. But yeah, it looks like that's the last of the Geats, or the Axe army. Looks like the enemy is going to try to flank around and try to get some kills on these spearmen, which it doesn't look like he's going to succeed. If my ally over here just ends up pushing his unit back, which I don't know if he does. I don't think he is, actually. So yeah, it looks like I did send out a unit of swordsmen, of noble dramatic swordsmen, to try to hold off these axemen. So maybe my ally could survive this onslaught over here. But wasn't the best idea of mine to try to take on axemen with swordsmen, but that was one of my archers that just got obliterated. But yeah, it looks like he's splitting off all his army into two different parts, one over here, one over here. Looks like he's brought in his onagers, saved some ammo to try to take out those pikes, which it looks like he's succeeding. This pike infantry, oh my gosh, they're taking a lot of fire. It looks like I'm going to push back my bowman, that way he can't get any fire on them. Hang on guys, let me get a drink real quick. Yeah, it looks like my swordsmen are holding them off pretty well, but they're not doing... Wow, they're actually doing more than I thought they would. I mean, these were two full units, and I mean, this one's 106, this one's 51. I'm very surprised. Huh. Wow. Okay then. Maybe swords are good against axes. I thought it was axes that are... I thought it was swords that were weak against axes. Maybe I was right, maybe I was wrong, I don't know. Looks like I'm going to charge down the... I brought those pikes in from over on this side, since we have a swords unit already guarding this side, to try to defend this choke point against the enemy. But yeah, it looks like our enemy is going to take the safe route and just try to skirmish our army as much as he can, which is always a good idea. Looks like he decided to charge in some of his... heavy melee infantry, which were already fairly depleted, I believe. So to try to weaken these axe units a little bit. Ooh, that's a little bit of a heavy blow on his general. Didn't kill the general, but almost did. Looks like I'm falling back some of my forces, keep them in reserve, and send them wherever I need them. Looks like my allies' spear units did die, but they did take out a fairly decent amount of troops with them, so that's always good. As long as they took some troops down with them, I'm not too worried about it. Dang. So like always, like the one part about every battle that I'm always awestruck about, just how many bodies you always end up seeing everywhere. Any battle you fight, you just look everywhere and you just see all these bodies clumped up everywhere, down the streets, in the grass, wherever, whatever type of battle you're playing. And it just amazes me. Dang. Looks like my ally has decided to try to charge out his spearmen to take out those archers, which isn't going to work because the Picts have decided to charge in their medium spear infantry to take out those pikes. Looks like they might be charging up now, maybe. Yep, looks like they're charging up their spear infantry up here. Nope, never mind, he's retreating. Looks like the enemy has decided to bring in their heavy skirmisher cav to try to take out these pikes that I've sent over here. That's okay, I just kind of sent them over there to try to have them as a, how do you say, ammo waster? Or a meat shield type of thing. How much ammo did this looks like their archers are almost out of ammo, so the battle should be coming back here shortly. Now at this point my ally was fairly certain of victory in this battle. But I still wasn't sure at all, because if you look at the bar, it's still in the enemy's favor pretty greatly. And the enemy still has a lot of units left to be able to take us out. Looks like the enemy is deciding to charge up swordsmen, spearmen, and such against our formation up here. Huh. Looks like the spear infantry broke pretty fast. Dang. Yep, looks like the fight has finally begun on all sides, guys. It looks like he is going to try to send some cav over here. I have some swordsmen, which I know they aren't very good against cav, but I didn't have any spearmen to fight the cav. So I had the swordsmen in shield formation to try to block the cav from entering into here and flanking our units. My ally did decide to send in a squad of heavy melee infantry, Royal Instrucciones, something like that, to try to help me out. So one of those when this squad of cavalry flanks me, he will charge in those swordsmen to flank the cav, and hopefully we'll be able to take out both units so that they won't be able to break up here. Yeah, looks like pikes and such are holding pretty well against this army. But they will break soon. There's just too many bodies for them to be able to hold off. Looks like my ally is gonna charge in his spears to try to hold off the enemy. Let's see how the battle's going in here. Now, it looks like the enemy has decided to charge into his general, but so did my ally. So if we can kill the enemy general, that's a victory for us. If he can kill my ally's general, that's pretty much a victory for him. Because if you look up here, my ally has more melee units and such than me, and all I really have up here is my general, a swordsman, and a couple of archers, and this swordsman is almost dead. So if he can take out my ally's general, that's pretty much GG. But if we can take out his general, I mean, that's a really risky situation. But I guess he doesn't really have anything else to keep him back. Or push in, sorry. Looks like my swordsman is trying to hold off the general. They're not doing too bad. The general has some upgrades and such. My swordsmen are only melee, medium melee infantry, but so is the general. But the enemy general has, looks like 4 upgrade points on it. So they are a little bit better than my swordsmen. They should be able to push through my swordsmen, and if they're good enough. Oh, never mind. Looks like his swords, the enemy swordsman over here is broke. And my ally is going to send his axemen against these generals. It looks like I'm finally pretty much out of ammo for my archers. Oh, it looks like he's got artillery firing up at us. At this point, me and my ally were kind of confused as to where that artillery piece came from. We haven't really seen it all battle. So maybe he had... Wait. Yeah, maybe he had it like flanking around, or maybe he brought it through the city and we just didn't see it. But either way, it was just a little bit interesting. Ooh. Destroying our statues, wow. But yeah, it looks like unless he has some more melee infantry, which he does actually, so if he doesn't send those melee infantry up, his general is going to be in grave danger. Good, he's sending them up. Gosh, this fight though. Those shields, I really like those shields. I mean, I don't know if those are historically accurate, but I mean, they're really cool to look at either way. Ooh, looks like that catapult almost got some friendly fire. Now if we look over on this side, I did decide to charge in my general to try to help to keep back the tide. It looks like we will win this battle because we still got a lot of infantry here and they've just got a couple of half units. Oh, it looks like that, I can't tell. It looks like that catapult, I think that got a hit on us. But I can't tell. Huh. But yeah, guys, it looks like all of the infantry he sent in the first wave are dead, so he's going to be sending in... My ally is going to be sending in all of his infantry in here to try to take out that pesky little general. I mean, he's a true hero, I gotta say. Yeah, it looks like the catapult just got a little bit of a hit on our noble Germanic swordsman, or not, sorry, Royal Instructions. I think that's how you say it. But yeah, I mean that general is a real hero. That guy is amazing to have survived this long against all of these units, all of these men. I'm very surprised. But he has had help, but still. Looks like we have cleared up pretty much everything over here. It looks like we're going to be trying to use... looks like I'm going to use my... move back my general to go and help on this side. Pretty much all his units are dead over here. I mean, there's just a couple of units right here and a couple of artillerymen. Looks like I got my swordsman charging it to try to take out this artillery. Which looks like they got glitched a little bit and just kind of like stopped while they hit that. So yeah, it looks like we won on this side, and all our enemy really has left is his general and a swordsman. So I think it's safe to say that we've won this battle, just because we still have the numbers against our enemy. We have 600, he has 156. But yeah, let's just sit back and enjoy the view of these guys fighting each other. Dang, this is a really bloody battle. Just, again, just look at all the bodies. I mean, it's insane how many people fight per battle and just get obliterated. And I mean, like, no one ever even knew their names. I mean, if this was a real life battle, I mean, just think of all the women and children mourning over the losses of their loved ones. Just dang, guys. Our general, looks like my general died, but that doesn't matter too much. I don't really have anything left to support this fight. Just right here. Just all these bodies going from there all the way over here. Dang. Looks like we got some units from my ally flanking around to try to kill that general. Looks like he's just got a couple more swordsmen left. Yeah, all right, guys. I think I'm just gonna fast forward this this battle because it's you can definitely tell who's gonna win. And there you have it. Let's see, let's look at the stats. So I want to thank my ally Scouter for joining me in this battle. It was really fun, really good playing with you. You were a good teammate. And I would like to thank Gak, Leo, 56, and Uzhul, Art Bundar for joining me in this battle. You guys were great enemies, very hard to beat. Very great battle, guys. That was really fun. I mean, very challenging. And let's look at the stats. So my army over here, it doesn't look like my army did too good. My archers did really good. My Suebian warriors did really good. It looks like my swordsmen did fairly well. Look at the honor gear kills though, 336. Not the best it could have been, but it was still really cool. Germanic crossbowmen with 238 kills. Dang. I'm gonna have to try to get those crossbows more often. Crossbows and onagers. Let's look over at Gak Leo's army. Let's see how he did. Gak Leo is the one that charged in at the beginning. That was very aggressive. Looks like his Nordic warriors didn't really pay off too much. Chosen warriors, one of them did pretty well, but the rest didn't really get too many kills. It looks like he didn't really get too many kills all around, other than his Nordic hurlers. His general didn't do too bad. One of his chosen warriors didn't do bad, and then his Nordic hurlers did pretty much most of the work. Let's go over to my ally and Uzhul. My ally getting a lot of kills with his Royal Astruciones. And Struciones, I think that's how you pronounce it. Get a lot of kills with those guys, except for the last one, which I don't think saw that much battle either way. His pikes not really doing well because, if you remember, they kind of just got skirmished to death in the beginning. Not the beginning, but whenever the enemy was charging up the ramp, they kind of got skirmished before that. His general not doing too bad. Germanic Spear Masters, dang, 127 kills, that's not bad at all. His archers getting a lot of kills. And his Franziska Herb Hirban getting a lot of kills. So all around his army did very well, which is very nice. Let's look at the enemy over here. Holy crap! Look at the black blades. They got more than my onager did, with almost 400 kills. My onager got 336. Dang. Don't mess with Uzhul. Black blades, those are a little bit overpowered. Looks like all of the black blades did very well. Looks like his archers, what is those archers? Celtic bows did fairly well. Not as well as they probably could have done if they had a better angle though. One of his Celtic spearmen did really well, the others didn't really do too well, and then his Scatha's teachers doing very well, one with 217, one with 194. It looks like he just did very well all around, bringing a very nice army, bringing a very nice comp. But either way, guys, that's basically the end of this video. If you guys liked it, please hit that like button down below. That way it lets me know that you like it and would like to see more videos. If you didn't like it, please leave a comment down below letting me know why you didn't like it and what I can do to do better on my videos. But either way, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.